I was selling garbage bags door to door, to get basketball shoes when I was 12. I was buying and selling stamps when I was 15 and 16. I don't know. I think as much as anything, I've always been very, very competitive. I guess, you just adapt, and I was just always really competitive, and business was something that I realized early on that I was good at and that I enjoyed, and so I just gravitated towards it and enjoyed it. My kids want money today. It's like, how are you going to earn it? I'm not that dad that says, here's a present, right? Here's a bank account. Here's a debit card, just use it, and or whatever. No, here's your Amazon account. Not at all. It's like, you want something, you have to earn it. I don't, it might be doing math. Yeah. Like with my 8-year-old, it's math for money. You have to answer math questions to earn $1 or $5. With my middle daughter, it's reading a non-school book. So I'll give her a history book or a biography, and she'll make $20. If it's over 300 pages, she can make more. Right. And then my oldest daughter's a challenge. My 14-year-old, that's a whole different beast. All those things worked up until this year. So we're working through trying to figure out what kind of jobs she can do. Right. So the point being that I want them to recognize, like I did growing up, that there's you have to earn what you're going to get, and that it's just not going to be waiting for you. And so whether that amount is 5 million like I have now, or 10 million when they get to 30, then who knows, we can adjust. Right. But I think now is really where it matters, and the habits that I get them into now are important. It's hard, right? Because on one hand, you want them exposed to all these different things and to take advantage of your success, my success. But on the same time, you want them to have the same foundation that we had. Exactly. Right. And so my decision has always been, you've got to work.
What do you think overall is the most important thing for new entrepreneurs right now?
Just to go after it. I mean, the thing about being an entrepreneur is it's just all to you. A lot of people like to make excuses. I don't have connections, I don't have money, I don't have this, but if you find something that you like to do or love to do, be great at it and see if you can turn it into a business. In worst case, you're going to have fun doing what it is you love to do. In best case, you can turn it into a business. I'm just not big on excuses. I just think if everybody has that opportunity to go for it. They just got to do it.
Well, a lot of people say it's hard to get a loan right now if you're a small business owner, or you're trying to come up with an idea. How do you get the capital to start that business?
Well, first of all, if you're starting a business and you take out a loan, you're a moron. Right, because there's so many uncertainties involved with starting a business, yet the one certainty that you'll have to have is paying back your loan. And the bank doesn't care about your business, or whoever you borrow from, unless it's family, doesn't care about your business. And so it's just a complete conflict. So
what's the small business entrepreneur?
99% of small businesses you can start with next to no capital. It's more about effort. Small businesses don't fail for lack of capital. They fail for lack of brains. They fail for lack of effort. Most people just aren't willing to put in the time to work smart. I mean, they go for it in a lot of cases, but they just don't recognize how much work's involved. And if you do the preparation, if you start a business, you better know your industry and your company better than anyone in the whole wide world, because you're competing. And to think that whoever it is you're competing with is just going to let you come in and take their business, obviously that's naive. And I think most people don't recognize that. If you're going to compete with me on one of my businesses, you better realize that I'm working 24 hours a day to kick your ass. Yeah, everybody wants to know, how do you get rich, right? Yeah. So number one is you got to find something that you love to do and be great at it, because no one wants to go and go to work and hate their job, right? So find something you love to do, be great at it. Number two, it's never a straight line. So you got to grind. I slept on the floor. I had 5 roommates. I was broke. I tell the story all the time. I went to the ATM. I was 27 years old, and there was a big old goose egg, 0. So it doesn't happen overnight.
You weren't negative, though.
Well, that's only because they didn't have negative numbers back then. And number 3 is you got to be able to sell. Sales cures all. There's never been a company ever in the history of companies, no matter what you're selling, that if you can't sell, you're going to survive,
Yeah.
right? Number 4 is, be nice. People think being successful is all about being grouchy or just telling people what to do. In reality, nice helps.
And
Smiles
it's a small
help.
world out there, right?
You never know who you're going to run into.
That is true.
You never know who. And I would say once you get going, this is probably the most important. And in a regular job too, reduce the stress of those people around you. Nobody wants to work for or buy from someone who creates stress.
Yes.
If you find in your own life, if you reduce the stress of people around you, as you guys know, things go better.
Do you want to see your dad slimed?
Yes, totally.
Amazing, amazing. If you could choose 3 people to slime, 1 you personally slime, 1 you save from being slimed, and 1 you get slimed with.
Well, considering I have to go home with all these people, save my wife, slime these 2, and get slimed with this guy.